Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division, and Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Let's keep it real. Canelo ain't just training. He in the cut cooking up violence. This ain't no gym selfie grind. Nah, this man moving like he plotting Crawford's downfall with blueprints and bad intentions. He ain't shadowboxing, he exorcising doubt. Every jab got bad intentions like it owes him money.
When I watch Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, that to me is gonna be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo.
Bro training like he heard whispers. Crawford too slick and took it personal. Yeah, Bud's clean, smooth like he moonwalks through combos. Southpaw, orthodox, whatever. He's switching stances like he changing moods. But Canelo, he prepping like that slick stuff don't faze him no more. Reynoso got him tuned up like a lowrider with nitro. Mitt work looking like they shooting an action scene, no stunt double needed. And them slips. Man moving like punches get charged per dodge. He ain't wasting nothing.
Crawford mentioned that all it takes is the right kind of punch to drop somebody. So with that said, it'll be interesting to see if Crawford can really defy the odds and accomplish what Canelo's previous opponents have failed to do. While Crawford may have gained power, his critics are somewhat doubtful that he'll be fully capable of putting that power into good use.
This ain't about another strap. This fight got Canelo grinding like his career just started. Dude already ate at the table with legends. Now he wanna flip the whole table and serve Crawford on a platter. Forget surviving rounds. He trying to walk Bud down like a GPS tracker. Ain't no hesitation, just cold decisions.
And you know, I'm not underestimate him. I know he's a good fighter and he's gonna put his best in the training camp. But you know, every advantage I have, I'm gonna take it.
Reynoso out here building combos like cheat codes. They not training for speed or power, they training to ruin rhythm, to turn Crawford's flow into a freeze frame. Feints, slips, traps, it's all in there. Canelo's not just reading Bud, he downloading his style like he got Wi-Fi in his gloves. And let's not pretend this ain't pressure. Bud undefeated, scary, accurate, but pressure make pipes burst or diamonds shine. Canelo's camp ain't blinking. They want the smoke, the heat, the challenge. He ain't just coming to win, he coming to embarrass. To send Bud back to the corner asking, what round we in?
Bam, 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 hun, hun, hun.
I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork, which Canelo cannot handle. And we know that for a fact. It happened with Bivol, it happened with Mayweather, who schooled him left and right.
This ain't no boxing match. This a legacy snatch. And if Bud slipped for half a second, Canelo's gonna fold him like laundry on Sunday. Straight up, cold hands, colder heart, and a mission on rewind. But let's keep it real. Talking slick is one thing, but standing across from Canelo when the lights hit, that's pressure only monsters survive. Man, Chris Algieri was talking like he just walked out of Bud Crawford's brain and had a convo with his killer instinct. Said Bud ain't never been bossed. Facts. You can't boss Bud even if you show up in a three-piece suit with a clipboard and HR credentials.
You know, we're still pretty far away from that fight, and I'm gonna hold my complete analytics on that, but I'll tell you this.
Well, contrast and compare, maybe not a pick.
But I'll tell you this. I've seen Canelo pushed around, I've never seen Terence pushed around. So if we're talking about who's gonna be the boss, I've never seen anyone boss Terence Crawford.
Meanwhile, Canelo, yeah, he's a beast, but we've seen him get walked down like he forgot to pay rent in the ring. Oi, so Chris Algieri out here sounding like he read Bud Crawford's aura with a PhD in pain distribution. Bro basically said, I seen Canelo get bossed, but Bud? Nah, you don't boss Bud, you suggest, and then pray he don't swing on you for speaking. And he's spitting facts. Bud don't flinch, don't fold, and definitely don't fill out no suggestion box. The man's built like a Vengeance mixtape, quiet, calculated, and every punch got a story behind it.
And this is a fight where I flip-flop on both guys because there's so many good points. Yeah, but he's 168. Yeah, but it's Terence Crawford. He's undefeated. Well, yeah, no, this guy's beating this, but you know, stylistic. Even he hits him on the arm. There's so many different things you can talk about. But from a psychological standpoint, who's fresher, who's meaner, who wants it more? Yeah, that's gonna come into play.
But here's where I got to slide in a spicy take. Chris playing that psychological warfare card like it's Uno reverse. And I kind of feel it, kinda. But let's not act like Canelo don't got a psycho switch too. This man slapped plant at a press conference and still made it look classy. He got the "my abuela told me I'm special" confidence and will hit you like you insulted his whole lineage. And yo, then Danny Jacobs stepped in, and you know that man don't sugarcoat a thing. He ain't out here politicking. He fought Canelo, he knows Bud, and he still said, if I'm betting on Crawford. That ain't fan talk, that's experience talk. That's, I got hit by that man and lived to tell the tale talk. Danny been in the fire with Canelo when the Ginger Assassin was in peak God mode. And he's still looking at Bud like, yeah, this dude different.
Wait for the right time or be combative and go back at it. So I think that's what Crawford may have to do. Push the pressure, make Canelo fight, or maybe just play it safe, win on points, you know?
But he ain't just handing Bud the W either. Nah, he gave Canelo his flowers too. Said this man fights in spurts, which is facts. Canelo don't press the gas till you force him. He be chillin' like he ordered Uber Eats to the corner stool. But if Bud turns up the volume early, starts touching that body like a drumline, sheesh. Canelo might have to fight like his life on autopay. Ain't no chill rounds here, pappy. Danny broke it down like a real one. Canelo got that legacy armor, but Bud, he got that back alley mindset. The kind where, if you blink too long, he already behind you whispering, night, night.
Well, I can see in increments because Canelo, which I've always said is an amazing legendary fighter, but he fights in spurts. So sometimes it takes for the opponent to actually initialize him giving the best.
Alright, let's talk about it for real. Canelo versus Crawford, that ain't just a fight. That's an ego demolition derby with world titles on the line. And bruh, I don't care what side you on. This clash is like putting a shark in the jungle and a lion in the ocean. Somebody gonna drown confused. Canelo? That man walks around like his punches owe people rent money. Built like a tank with head movements slicker than a scam call. But let's not act like Bud Crawford ain't the boogeyman that shadowboxes his demons just to stay bored.
Now, Canelo Alvarez, who's never been dropped in his 20 years of fighting, has always been known to have one of the toughest and most tested chins for quite some time now. Once again folks, fans from both sides will use every possible reason to prove why the fighter of their choice will be crowned winner this coming September 13th.
Bud don't fight you. He downloads your whole style mid-round like he's buffering your trauma. One round, he orthodox. Next round, you blinking, and he's Southpaw throwing counters like he got cheat codes. But here's the real talk. If Bud starts slow, he might get caught looking at Canelo's shoulders, while that overhand right sends him to the upside down. Canelo's timing is evil. It ain't speed, it's precision with a bad attitude. But if Bud keeps moving, keeps touching, and makes Canelo miss early, oh, we might be watching the pound-for-pound king get dethroned by the pound-for-pound problem.
While assuming based on their previous fights can be a good basis in terms of predicting the results, it's worth remembering that until we see both Canelo and Crawford actually square off, everything will just be considered as nothing more than a theory.
When the dust settles, who's the king? Man, if Bud can avoid those body shots and stay slippery like he usually does, I see him edging it. Maybe even making Canelo look confused like he just walked into the wrong weight class. But if Canelo lands clean, Bud might be out there trying to remember what city he in. This one's razor close, and I ain't mad at nobody's pick. But hey, that's my take. Drop yours in the comments. Who you riding with? And if you want more savage, no-filter breakdowns like this, you already know what to do. Like, share, and hit that subscribe button before I send Crawford to your house to make you do road work.